Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary pals, and all those in between, welcome to another edition of the Creative Carousel, where in each episode, a new booker steps up to the plate to try and right the ship of this creatively challenged wrestling company. I am your host and operator of this ride, MrLeedles, joined with me today by a brand new booker to the save, someone who hasn't had any experience in TEW before, but I'm hopeful will put out some good results. Username of ChaoticHoundoom, otherwise known from here on in as Lucian.
Hi.
Hi. So how are you doing tonight?
Doing pretty good. A little tired, but not to the point where my brain will be like, nah, I can't think my way through this. I mean, I figured half tired, I can still come up with something decent than what has happened in WWE in the past while.
Yeah, understandable. Completely understandable. Plus you're working in, 2004. Much better time period for wrestling.
Yeah, in a time period where I actually watch wrestling, actually, so...
Hey! Well, hopefully you do better than the last person, because not that they did bad, but they pissed off Triple H, so we had to get rid of him.
Yeah, it is that time. It is that era, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, Triple H still has pull. Anyhow, alright,
Triple H still has ego the size of Jupiter.
yes.
Actually, that never went away, to be fair.
That's true. So Finley trains the women, Regal trains the men. Eddie grew up passing on tips of psych to his protege Chase Stevens. Let me actually look at that. Hey, he's going to be up to a 50. Nice. Doc out. Okay, fair play. Oh, it's in an angle. Fuck. Well, I mean, still. So to explain this real quick, didn't think I'd have to explain this one to you, but to explain this one, at times workers higher up the card can come to the booker and offer to put somebody over to increase their popularity. It can either be in a match, angle, or in either or, and the most I've seen it go up to is up to 3 matches and or segments. In this case, Taker's wanting to put over AJ Styles, but only in an angle. So the way that would work is I'd have to set up a storyline in-game with these two that's just based on getting Styles over, so that way you can use a mechanic within booking angles to have this work. Great Muta with an angle idea, Styles with an angle idea. Those I'll get into momentarily. So I'm going to look real quick to see if they're worth keeping. Styles isn't, because that's extremely risky. Mutas can stay. So, while I'm on the screen, just of note, these are all ways you can boost matches, segments, try to rebuild people's momentum, etc. So, creative finishes, you put on a match. Sometimes there will be a certain worker attached to it where that worker has to win said match. And there will be a success rating that's basically just the game telling you what's the likelihood the RNG rolls in your favor.
Okay.
Angle ideas is the same thing. You just put it on an angle, etc. So, what do you want to look at first? Do you want to look at current champions, our stables, or the previous show?
We'll look at champions first.
Sure.
See what I'm gonna see.
All right,
Who's wants to work.
The Cruiserweight champion is Rey Mysterio. The Hardcore champion is Sabu. The television champion is Mick Foley. Of note,
okay.
You do have to book at least one TV title match on either your B show or your A show, because that's the only belt I'm not allowed to book when it gets to pay-per-views.
Okay.
So, therefore, it's a weekly defense. The Trios champions are Masahiro Chono, Tomoaki Hanma, and Katsuyori Shibata.
Okay.
The United States champion is Kurt Angle. The women's champion is Awesome Kong.
Okay.
The women's tag champions are Jazz and Emi Sakura.
That is a combo.
That is definitely a combo. The women's United States champion is Gail Kim.
Okay.
The World Heavyweight Champ is Eddie Guerrero.
Okay.
And the Tag Champions are the Hardy Boys.
Okay.
Obviously, feel free to take whatever time to write this down, whatever it is you are doing. And we will move on from there.
All right, so TV title is the bare minimum I have to do something about.
Yeah.
Hmm. Let's see. Taker also said he would like to do
Yes. So we
a
have
program with
two.
AJ Style.
We have two ongoing. Shawn Michaels offered to put over John Cena in a match. He put him over once before, but offered it for 2 matches. And Taker offered to put over Styles in an angle. You don't necessarily have to do this tonight, by the way. You have...
No, but it is good to note.
Yeah. All right, stables or previous show.
Hold on, I'm still kind of formulating a little bit.
It's okay.
Okay, stables.
Okay. So first off, we have Black, which are the trios champions, Chono, Shibata, and Hanma, as well as Shinya Makabe, would later be known as Togi Makabe in New Japan. Currently out injured with a torn rotator cuff, so he is gone until May of 2005.
So them defending the belt is going to be under the the Freebird rule.
Well, no, because Chono, Shibata, and Hanma were the ones who won the belts.
Okay.
So you could do Freebird rule. That's not something you can't do in this game, but they would need to have another member to do that.
And the thing is, right now, that 4th member is who's injured. Okay. Had a little mixed up in my head.
It's okay.
Anyway.
Evolution. Which is Triple H, Randy Orton, Mark Jindrak, and Batista. Of note, there is no Ric Flair because we didn't sign Ric Flair.
I know the irony in all of this. I love the irony of all this. Whoever put the pieces in place to make this.
Well, considering that the episode it happened is public, I will thank you for giving me props on that because I was the one who put Jindrak in Evolution.
Oh, I was like, whoever did this remembered what happened 20 plus years ago. And if you actually know your wrestling history, you'll find it just as funnily ironic as I do.
Yeah, of course. Anyhow, the full-blooded Italians.
All right.
Yeah, this is certainly a group of questionable Italians.
Yes.
The Jericho Appreciation Society.
Well, that's
Which is Chris Jericho, Chad Collier, Matt Stryker with a Y, and Samoa Joe.
Yeah, that's an interesting
Yeah, they have been a divisive trio, or divisive stable, to say the least. Anyhow, Los Brazos are Los Brazos. This is exactly what... This is what they are in real life. This is what they have always been.
Okay.
Super Generation Army of Kenta Kobashi, Mitsuharu Misawa, and Jun Akiyama.
Okay.
Team BYU, which is Montel Vontavious Porter MVP, Elijah Burke, and Monty Brown.
Okay.
Team Canada, which is Christian Cage, Petey Williams, Bobby Roode, Eric Young, and Coach Scott D'Amore.
Mm-hmm.
Team USA, which is Lance Storm, Elix Skipper,
What are the what?
Lance Storm, Elix Skipper, Jim Duggan, and Mike Awesome. Currently, Mike Awesome's in rehab, so it's just down to those first 3 members.
There is. I'm not sure I want to know.
So,
I'm not sure I want to know how Lance Storm, who I'm really sure is Canadian,
yep.
is the leader of Team USA.
Well, I can't explain that because that didn't form on the exact prior show. So,
Yeah, I'm like, oh goodness gracious. I would love to find out the story behind this later.
yeah. Well, when the episodes get uploaded, obviously you can check those out. Anyhow, Texarkana Chain Gang.
Which is also a little weird on the. Whew.
Yeah.
Oh.
John Cena, Jushin Liger, LA Park, which is the original / WCW La Parka, and Larry Sweeney.
All right.
The Beautiful People, which is Angelina Love, Velvet Sky, Winter, Lance Hoyt, and the Backseat Boys of Johnny Cashmere and Trent Acid.
Okay.
The Embassy, which merged with a previous faction known as the Jonathan Coachman brand, which is Coachman, Prince Nana, Jimmy Rave, Johnny Creative, otherwise known as John Morrison, Johnny Nitro, Johnny Mundo, etc., etc. Awesome
The
Kong.
man has had so many last names in wrestling.
Yeah, Awesome Kong and the Great Khali.
Okay. I
Yeah. The Click, which is Scott Hall, the New Age Outlaws, and X Factor of Six Pac, Albert, and Just Incredible.
Uh-huh.
Notably, no Kevin Nash. We'll get to that in a moment.
Oh no, is he part of somebody else's? Okay.
We'll see. The Ministry of the New Church, which is Father James Mitchell, The Undertaker, Mortis, Kevin Thorne, Abyss, and Ariel Martinez, which is Ariel from ECW.
Yeah. Okay. About what I expected for a stable named that, to be fair.
Yeah. The Ohio Five, which is Rene Dupree, Mark Magnus, Nick Dinsmore, Rob Conway, and Matt Morgan. Mark Magnus, otherwise known or better known as Muhammad Hassan. Nick Dinsmore, better known as Eugene.
Right, okay, yeah.
But all 5 of these people were Ohio Valley Wrestling graduates, which is why they have the Ohio vs. Everything logo and Ohio 5 name.
Hmm.
The
Okay.
Stampede, which is Scott Steiner, Kevin Nash, and Edge.
That is an odd grouping of people to put together.
Yep.
Very odd. All right.
And the Universal Truth, which is Raven, Damian Sandow, and Jillian Hall.
Uh-huh. This is already shown that some people are very creative with how they go about this.
I mean, it is called the Creative Carousel. I would hope people are creative on the Creative Carousel.
Yeah.
And we'll go to our show history. So, B show first. Of note, main event is at the top, opener is at the bottom. So, you'll be pretty
Makes
much
sense.
setting up your card from bottom up.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So you had Billy Gunn beating Super Crazy and Hurricane. The story, or the show-long story of Kurt Angle wanting an explanation from Christian Cage, who had stolen the U.S. title and put a Canadian flag sticker on it at the time. Yep. Jazz and Emi Sakura beat Trish Stratus and Lufisto to retain the women's tag. Set up to the main event. Sabu beat Madman Pondo, Green Phantom, and Monty Brown to win the hardcore title in a 4-way hardcore match. And Kurt Angle beat Christian Cage to retain the U.S. title. So he has gotten his belt back. It's back to the proper U.S. title.
Okay.
On the A show, what? The first segment?
Yeah. God damn it. That would be the most Kurt Angle thing to do, too.
Yep.
This is great.
Yeah.
I am gonna find a way to make this continue because this is hilarious.
Anyhow, Eddie Guerrero beat Triple H to win the world title. Hardy Boys beat Taka Michinoku and the Great Sasuke to retain the tag belts. Coachman on an open challenge that results in Gail Kim defeating Awesome Kong to retain her U.S. title, thanks to botched interference from Jonathan Coachman.
Okay.
Mick Foley retained the TV title in a fatal 4-way match involving 2 previous champions and also Shinya Hashimoto. Foley then called out Jay Lethal, who was another former TV champion, to answer the next open challenge. Note that you don't have to do that. Kurt Angle promo got cut off by Kevin Steen, which set up the main event. Jazz and Emi Sakura retained the women's tag titles again, beating Beautiful People thanks to...
Hold on a sec.
Yes?
Hold on. I need to help somebody with something for a few minutes.
That's fine. Alright, so, the Kurt Angle promo, which led to the main event, and then Jazz and Emi Sakura defeated the Beautiful People to retain the women's tag titles again. This was because of botched interference from Winter, I believe. Don't remember exactly who it was, but I know it was a botched interference thing. Rematch, respect thing, and then Rey Mysterio defeated Jimmy Wang Yang to retain the Cruiserweight title. And in the main event, Kevin Steen defeated Kurt Angle by DQ in a match that was for the U.S. title because Christian Cage ran in and attacked Kevin Steen because he refuses to let anyone else win the U.S. title off of Angle except for Christian himself.
Okay, yeah, with how this is being written, it's no. This has, I need to continue this.
Fair play.
That is a no. This is dumb and stupid in the most Kurt Angle Christian Cage way for that time period.
Yeah.
And it's great. I love that. I love that.
All right, well, that's all the info you have. You have 1 hour to book. So,
all right, 1 hour.
Since you haven't done this before, I'll just run this part down real quick. For angles, you can literally do anything you fucking want, and I will fill in the details in-game. So,
okay.
Doesn't matter. Like, it could be in the ring, it could be backstage, it could be filmed on a location. You can have it be a video where it's pre-taped. You can have the thing itself be pre-taped without it being a quote-unquote video, etc. And it can go up to 5 parts. So if you need shit separated out, you can do so. Each part has a max length of an hour, minimum length of 1 minute. Normally, you're going to want to be having... It's up to you, but certain segment lengths will result in certain caps for your ratings because it's too short. So, like, a safe measure for this would be any segment under 4 minutes will be capped at about a 75, which isn't bad, mind you. Hitting a 75 is good, but that's normally the cap for anything less than 4 minutes because there's not enough time for it to be like an all-timer angle.
Yeah.
The same thing goes for matches. So each match, you can have, not counting rumbles or battle royals, whatever, up to 10 participants. So whether that be a 5v5 or like a just 10-way match, you go up to 10 participants. If you want to look at match types, let me know, because there's a whole bunch of them that are not shown here because these are the quote-unquote defaults. So there's like a shit ton of stipulations across all types of matches. I know I'm scrolling fast, but we can get through them later. Each match will have a normal segment length, which is how long the actual match goes, and then a extra bit of non-wrestling time added that's meant to be like entrances, commercials, etc. That stuff's already pre-built in, so you don't have to worry about that. Otherwise, matches, I believe, under the product being used, can't achieve quote-unquote world-class scores if it's less than 15 minutes, which means less than 17 minutes minimum when you're counting for the additional time added on. That doesn't mean you can't put on good matches that are like less than 10 minutes. It just means you're gonna get capped the same, or potentially the same way that an angle would for being too short. Other than that, once you book a few things, up top will be a running tally of how long you've already, or how much time you've already used while booking, as well as a running track of what your ratio is, which basically just means how much of your show is actually wrestling on this wrestling show.
Yeah.
For this product, the median amount would be 70% matches to angles. You can go upwards or downwards of 15%. So any given show can range from 55% to 85% matches. And it'll tell you on the tracker up here, once you book, I think it's 3 segments, so it has enough to average. It'll tell you what your percentage is, so you know what you need, what you like can put in, etc. And once you book a segment, it's not locked in that position. You can always reconfigure your show layout as you go. While I'm doing this tutorial, there's one more thing to explain. This doesn't matter for the B show, but it will matter on the A show. So I'm just going to get this out the way now. And those are match aims. Basically, what these do is they will change how a match gets rated based on different stat lines. So normally for a regular match, or any of the 3 crowd ones, which are completely optional, I might put them on occasionally if I can tell, like, okay, you might want to save the crowd here, you might want to cool them down here. But you don't have to do that. I will handle it as need be. Normally, this will just go off of a accumulation of pretty much all of their stats, some of them more impactful than others. The match aims will basically focus on a specific stat. So, for example, Wild Brawl focuses more on a wrestler's brawling / puro resu stat. They're both the same thing. They're interchangeable. There's no real difference. Hardcore will focus on a wrestler's hardcore stat, as will deathmatch. High spots will focus on aerial and flashiness, etc., etc. When booking the A show, you're going to need 3 of these, not counting regular or the crowd ones, on your show at a specific point. You can double up if need be. You cannot triple up. So if you do a show and you have like 2 storytelling and 1 high spots, that's fine. But if you just have 3 storytelling, you will get penalized because you don't have any variety. It's just 3 matches that are the same match aim. And the reason I say storytelling is that this one doesn't change what stats they get rated on. All it does is apply a slight penalty to it because the focus of the match isn't the match itself, but more what storyline they're trying to advance. Does that all make sense to you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then with that, I will let you go ahead and start piecing together your B show.
So B show. Yeah. Let's see. Going back to...
Actually, I'll do one more. Sorry to interrupt. I'll do one more explanation here, just to get this one out the way. So I sent you the roster with all the perceptions. A wrestler's perception is tied to how long they could be on screen for a single show before they get penalized for overuse. Basically, overexposing them to the audience. From major stars to well-known, you don't have to worry about it. I don't think I've seen overuse penalties on either of those 3. Because it's so crazy high up that you're never going to really hit it. For recognizables, it is 25 minutes. For unimportance, it is 15 minutes. Once you hit those 2 thresholds on a recognizable or an unimportant, they will start getting penalized for being overused.
Okay.
Which will effectively put a penalty onto any match and or segment that pushes them beyond the overuse, and put a penalty on their momentum, which just makes it harder to get them up the card. Other than that, though, if you want to have Bryan Danielson wrestle a 30-minute match and you don't care about the momentum, you can do it. There's nothing that straight up stops you from doing it. It is just a penalty that'll be put on.
Okay.
That all said, now I can finally let you figure stuff out. Apologies.
No, I just gotta make sure what I'm thinking about. There's definitely some ideas I already have just kind of stewing around.
Okay.
Because there's definitely, because I've already mentioned that I want to continue the angle that is going on between Christian Cage and Kurt Angle.
Of course.
There's definitely a standing of Michael's match with going over with Cena, and one match has already happened. I would like to have that happen too.
Okay.
Definitely in the A show. Because with two people who are major stars for doing this one, this needs to be on the A show.
Fair enough.
And you said that the top champion is Eddie Guerrero, and he just got that off of Triple H, correct?
Yes.
Okay, that's definitely something I would like to continue there too. So I definitely want to continue a few things, and I definitely want to see what I want to start and see if it ends up continuing.
Makes sense.
Don't need to work with all the belts, but the TV belt has to be taken care of. What type of match was what type of match was it that Eddie won the belt off of Triple H?
Straight up one-on-one.
Straight one-on-one, no special, Okay.
No. And for reference, he won by cheating.
I mean,
It's Eddie
would it
Guerrero.
be Eddie Guerrero if he didn't?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, so yeah, okay. So that's definitely meaning I'm going to have Triple H be quite the quite the sore loser of that because that would make sense because so I definitely want a segment where Triple H very much is pissy about losing to Eddie by the means of typical Eddie cheating.
All right, you want that on B show?
Uh, since it's the does B show go first or does A or does it matter the order?
You are booking the B show first.
Booking the B show first. Hmm. Which means B show. Have that be what starts B show.
Which is Triple H bitching about losing his belt. Gotcha.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Because this would be peak 2000 this would be peak Triple H first of all.
Yeah. Then I'm just gonna do how I usually do it, and that is the Evolution Town Hall promo.
Oh my goodness.
That's how it's been called multiple times. Uh,
Okay. Okay. Now I'm trying to think how long I could make this segment and not have it be too terrible, but have it be definitely still Triple H. Somewhere between 5 to 7 minutes is probably a good where it'd be it's a Triple H length of a promo. So it's gonna be longer than normal because Triple H can do whatever the fuck he wants.
So 6 minutes then, if it's between 5 and 7.
Did I say 5 and 7? I definitely meant 5 and 10.
5 and 10. Okay, well, in that case,
7 minutes is probably a good length to where it's not too bad, but it's still longer than what most people will end up doing on the opening segment.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that's that. Definitely. I was like, yeah, this is just coming fresh off of, what kind of all happened. It's like, no. We're gonna have Triple H be Triple H. Why would I have it any different?
7 minutes of Triple H having a moan. Fair play.
Oh, the people are gonna be watching. It's like, no, this is somebody who remembers how times were and how times continue to be.
I grew up in these times. I know how bad this was.
I grew up in these times too. I was 13 in 2004.
Oh, I was 3.
No. I am old. I am like, just for reference for everybody to know, I am 35. So, no, when I say I grew up in this time period, oh no, I could clearly remember a good chunk of this because I was a teenager.
Fair play. I just remember it because wrestling's my fucking special interest / hyperfixation. Use them interchangeably despite the fact they are definitely two different things. And I just focus on this like nobody's business.
Yeah. All right. Definitely. Let's see. Trying to remember what all about the TV title. Trying to think, cause oh yeah, he called out Jay Lethal. That's right.
Yep.
Do I want to continue that, or make it go somewhere else? I'm gonna shelve that idea for now because I think what I would like to have happen, I don't have it fully fleshed out, but I think I want the TV title to be crazy. It's Mick Foley. It's got to be sometimes crazy.
Makes
really
sense.
crazy. It's Mick Foley. I'm definitely going to have it be a hardcore match. Possibly the main event of the B show. I haven't decided where I want to put it yet.
All right.
After that, let's do tag titles. Yeah, I want to do tag titles because if things are still the way you showed me with Jeff Hardy, I want him boosted up a little bit more because Matt and Jeff are on two separate levels. I kind of want Jeff and Matt to be possibly in the same kind of status, you
I will
know?
note, between when I sent you that screenshot and now, Jeff Hardy
Oh,
has
Jeff.
gotten back up to well known.
Okay. That's good. He still has cool momentum though, from what I see.
Yes.
So I still want to work up a match for the tag titles that have the Hardys win. I just need to figure out who I want to put as an opponent.
All right, well, this is our tag division.
If I mean, you do have the Dudleys. I could just go for a classic.
True.
That and both have very warm momentum. And neither are currently and it's been a little while since how about we work up a classic, one of those classic feuds that have been, just kind of let it happen. Hardys versus Dudleys.
Title on the line or no?
Yes, title on the line.
Okay.
And I book who wins, right?
Yes. So
Hardys.
I was gonna say the way I usually do it is it'll be titles, then I'll ask how long the match goes, then it'll be going through the finish.
Okay, so titles, I want the Hardys to retain because, like I said, I want Matt and Jeff to get a little bit more momentum.
Yeah, say you want Jeff to get momentum. Which Dudley is he pinning?
Can I make this a tag ladder match?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I'd rather this actually be a ladder match, but Jeff is who grabs the belt.
Gotcha. In that case, all I have to do is open, clean, and retrieval. Presuming that there's not interference or anything like that.
No, I'm not going to have interference happen.
Okay.
Have this be kind of one of those, it will work. And if you could book it to where Jeff is the one who grabs the belts.
So marking that Jeff is the victor means he will be the one to grab the titles.
Okay. Yeah, because he's the one who needs the momentum probably more than Matt.
Yeah.
Because Matt has, like I said, I want to make sure that they're at about the same level, and then somebody will inevitably probably break this up and make it so they end up in a feud with each other because that just happens every once in a while with those two. Like, they're actually brothers or something.
True.
Anyway.
How long does the match go, by the way?
The minimum is, it looks to be a 10.
The minimum is 5 minutes.
Let it go 10. Let it go 10. This one's a little bit more of a special case, and I know that I could make it go a little shorter, but I'd rather it go 10 because...
Yeah, no, that's fine. All right. So, that is 22 minutes of your 1 hour booked on this show. You can run under or over 5 minutes on TV. So
I have a 5-minute leeway.
Yeah.
I did see that in the text.
You're now at 68% matches, so you're not getting penalized because you're in that 15% leeway.
Yeah. So, excuse me.
It's okay.
We're going to. Okay, I'm gonna a short promo.
Mm-hmm.
Where Jay Lethal accepts the open invitation from Mick Foley.
Okay.
And that's going to be the main event.
Sure.
In the main event, and that's going to be a hardcore match. I already know that much. That main event.
Okay.
But the promo would also be saying, it's going to be a hardcore match since, this is Mick Foley. He wants Mick Foley he wants to try to take this off of Mick Foley at Mick Foley's best environment. Okay. Is how I'm logicking this.
Makes sense. So Lethal is unimportant to note. How long?
Yeah,
do
he
you
is
want
unimportant.
This to go?
3 minutes.
Okay.
it is a bit of unimportant, but it is continuing kind of where something left off.
Yeah. No,
And
I was just saying the unimportant part because of the overuse thing. That's the only reason I brought that
yeah,
up.
yeah, but nah, a 3-minute promo, even if he's unimportant, shouldn't affect him.
No, it'll be fine.
Let's see. So I've got a. Okay. So another. Let me see the champs again, so I see what belts I'm working with. We're already gonna have a hardcore match for the US title, not for the US, but the TV title. So I don't want to book the hardcore.
So you have Ray as cruiserweight. We already covered that.
Yeah, yeah,
Blackout
Ray's,
as trios.
and I've already done tag, and I don't want to do tube tag belts. That seems a little silly in my brain.
Kurt is US, which you already said was going to be a show thing.
Yeah.
Awesome Kong is the women's champ.
Uh,
Jazz and Emi Sakura are the women's tag. Gail Kim is the women's US.
let's go women's US title.
Okay.
So Gail Kim. Let's see who is available that I can see. Uh, let's. Uh, let's book her to go against Victoria.
Okay. Title on the line or no?
Yes, title on the line on
Okay.
this one.
How long's this go?
Uh, typical women's match tends to go. A lot of the time tends to go 7 to 10 minutes. So I let this go 8.
Okay. Who wins?
Victoria. Let's have.
Is it clean? Is there bullshit, or is this a DQ / count out?
Well, DQ would mean the title doesn't change hands, so that's out.
Okay.
No, this heel Victoria. Let's have this be. This is very likely a heel Victoria I'm thinking of, so have it be a tainted win, but she gets the belt.
So yeah, she is heel currently.
Yeah.
So is it just cheating, or is there interference? What's happening here?
She cheats.
Okay.
She cheats to win this. Okay, how much time do I? 20. Okay, so. Uh, so let's see. I can't go more than. So. Can't go more than 15 minutes before Jay Lethal gets penalized.
So Lethal, just to add that match now, Lethal's max time would be a 10-minute match, 12 minutes overall. Because you're adding in the 3 minutes on his promo.
Okay, yeah, so yeah, we go max like that, so hmm. Let's see. So, I mean, it is suggested by Taker to do the angle with AJ Styles. I just don't know if I want to do that. But it would bring a good amount of. It would be quite interesting. But. Because I've got 20 minutes more, but it's
20 minutes minimum.
20 minutes minimum. Hmm. I want to save the Eddie response for the A show. Ah, Definitely want to do just one more segment. I definitely want to do one more segment. I'm just trying to think, do I do I do the because there's a few different ideas in mind,
Mm-hmm.
but trying to think which one would I think make the most sense. Work for the B show, not be something that could definitely have been A show material. Because how long is the A show again? Is that also an hour?
2 hours.
2 hours, okay. Okay, actually, to get people anticipated for the A show on something, Michaels cuts a promo on Cena uh about having a rematch because it is though Michaels wants to, you know, book himself to while Cena goes over, it's hey, I want a rematch. And have
Gotcha.
them to have something anticipated of the A show.
Okay. How long does this go?
Uh and Shawn Michaels will let it go 5 minutes.
Okay.
It's Shawn Michaels and Cena, so I need a minimum 15 more minutes, but I need.
So what we can do here is I can just fill in the Lethal Foley match now, and then we'll reorder it to be the main event after.
Yeah. In
So,
a hardcore match, yeah, because now it's like.
because it's Foley.
Mm-hmm. I
So,
mean, we're gonna have Foley retain because having somebody who is very unimportant is like, that might kill things a little too much for Mick.
so, when it comes to popularity in this game, the most a worker can lose or gain in a single match or segment is 5 points. But I'm gonna back out for a moment. You remember how on this one I put in the
Yeah.
notes that these two were quote unquote kept strong.
Yeah.
That basically means that while Matt and Jeff Hardy here will be gaining popularity on the win because they are beating a team that has more popularity than them, the Dudley Boys won't be losing as much popularity because they're being booked to look really good in their defeat, regardless, so as to protect their popularity. Otherwise, we'd have a shit ton of people dropping fucking all sorts of points, and I would rather have as many people up in like the well-known star major star area as possible. So
Yeah.
if you booked Lethal to beat Foley, Lethal would get 5 points pretty much automatically because the difference in pop, he's in the high 20s. Mick Foley is in the mid 80s. So Lethal would easily gain 5 points of pop. Keeping Foley strong means he's losing at most maybe 2 points. That's entirely up to you, though. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. You can just have
I
Foley
don't have
retained.
I'm still gonna have Foley retain because this is still it's. But if there was some way to at least make Jay Lethal look good.
So what I can do is I don't know if there's a way to do that, unfortunately, because both Protect and Keep Strong are meant to be like
Keep the higher one from.
yeah,
Yeah.
keep the higher one from dropping. Like Protect will give a boost to his performance, which will make the match somewhat better, but it doesn't really do much in terms of like making sure he gains popularity. He'll probably gain popularity regardless, just based on the size of the company, which is in like the 70s in US popularity, compared to Lethal being less than 30 across the US. Like, he might still gain popularity regardless, just from being broadcast on such a massive stage.
Yeah. So, Protectively is gonna try to make the performance a little better. And I think we want the performance to be better because this is the main event.
That's fair. Okay. So, fully wins, protect Lethal. I imagine this is clean.
Yeah. I mean, as clean as a hardcore match is going to be.
Yeah, of course. It just means there's no interference or anything like that.
Yeah.
All right, and how long do you want this match going?
As maximum as it could be for Jay Lethal.
10 minutes it is. 12 minutes overall.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Minimum 3 minutes, maximum 13 minutes.
So one more short match.
Okay.
In between the Michaels promo and the main event. So I need just non-title cruiserweight match. I think will be a good little way to just kind of be like, hey, yeah, let's have, our champion do so. Rey Mysterio is the champion. It's non-title.
Okay.
Because we've already put 3 titles on the line. Let's make the champion still do a match, but not put the title on the line.
Yeah. And this is going against anyone who's in the weight limit, which I did filter out. So this is all 218 pounds or less.
Let's see who is there anybody within the weight limit that is halfway. I see that the Hurricane's well known, and he would very likely be in the weight limit.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, let them have a non-title match.
Okay.
And he's set up to 13 minutes. Let's make this 9.
Okay. 9 minutes, 11 overall. Who wins?
Mm-hmm. The Hurricane. I want to see it. I'm curious to see if somebody will take something from that. It is the Hurricane face or heel?
Both of these are face. I actually need to check something though. 216, 160. So, the reason I'm going through the weight. Rey Mysterio has an attribute called Lifelong Underdog. It means he can't be put to dominate or be kept strong in a match just due to his size. But he loses less popularity if he's losing to a worker that's more than 30 pounds heavier than him. So I was checking it to make sure that this would proc for the sake of Hurricane. I'm still going to protect him so he doesn't end up losing pop, but it means that he will lose even less popularity from this.
Yeah, and since they're both faces, it's going to be a clean finish.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
There we go. All right.
Run the show.
Double checking to make sure I've got the order the way I want to. 76% of the show is wrestling. This is flirting with the upper levels of the time limit, which WWE did a lot of the time anyway.
Mm-hmm. Same with AEW, to be fair.
Same with AEW, that is true, but I have not watched much AEW.
Fair play.
Yeah, let's run it.
Okay. Started with a 76.
Okay.
So, we'll note, because I didn't explain this part, the crowd heat thing. Basically, it's just telling you how the crowd's responding to the show. It starts off at simmering. It can go as high as white hot or as low as dead. The lower it goes, the worse of a penalty your segments get for being done to a crowd that doesn't give a fuck. The higher it goes, the more of a bonus you get for being done to a crowd that's eating up everything, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So, Triple H out first, gets a 76. It is a good Triple H segment, basically. Check it.
Yeah, all right.
75.
Oh my goodness, this got white hot. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. So, Note that the crowd heat doesn't stay white hot permanently.
No,
It'll
but
just be here for the one match, but it got the highest bonus possible.
oh yeah. And all right, all right, all right. Good, good.
This got a 41, which,
And it's very high, which means momentum's going up, which is what I wanted.
yeah, the crowd heat's still very hot, and for an unimportant, getting a 41 on a promo isn't that bad.
Yeah. It's because of kind of all the circumstances around it that helps.
Yeah. This got a 62. And they have, so these two have good chemistry as opponents, which gives the match a boost.
Nice. I understand some degree of booking.
You understand to use your stars to make good matches. Yes. I usually just check this to see. Yeah, got penalized for poor momentum, but that should be fixed slightly here. This got a 76. To explain these two, by the way, so B Show commentary and A Show commentary teams are different. The A Show has Jim Ross and Taz. The B Show has Michael Cole and Dave Prazak. So, whenever you see this pop up, it just means that the worker in the segment or the workers in the match did so good that they outperformed commentary, which means that commentary ends up dragging it down. On the inverse, sometimes you'll get commentary boosting a match, which means that the match was low enough that commentary's skills helped amplify the match's rating.
Okay.
This also got a 76.
I am doing really good so far for the B Show, and now I have to make the A Show look just as good, if not better.
Well, we'll see about that.
Because not much of anything has gotten too bad, to be fair.
This gets the funny number for the main event.
Yeah. Which is partially to be expected because we have, somebody so low on the totem pole in a main event.
Yeah, exactly. It plays into the popularity factor. Even then, he still got a 46 overall for his in-ring. Foley just outperformed him like crazy because of his popularity.
Yeah. Is it? And I mean, it's still, the crowd was still very hot at the end, so.
And you got a 70.
I'll consider that a pretty successful thing, seeing as how the only reason some of this stuff was lower is because of who I'm using.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so I'm going to just do this part manually because I don't need to have other people fucking with this.
You would like to at least keep some level of consistency somewhere.
Yeah. Alright, any new incidents? No. Good. Okay, now it's the A Show. Crowd heat has reset between shows, so they're back to simmering, and you have to do 120 minutes. Well, minimum 115, but 2 hours of booking. You have to have 3 different match aims on your show.
All right. First off, we started the B Show with Triple H bitching. We're going to start the A Show with Eddie's response to that in the most, of course, Eddie Guerrero way, joking like, I still won the belt. I'm still champion.
Yeah. So, is the entire segment just Eddie doing his celebration, or is there more to it?
Eddie doing the celebration for a good chunk of it, and then Triple H coming in and challenging him to a match for the main event.
Gotcha. So, let me... set that. We'll do the parts at a different point. So, not Tyson Kidd. Typing too fast.
Because, the invoking rematch clause thing, that tends to happen.
All right.
Now that Triple H is done bitching, and Eddie just, poking the proverbial bear a little bit more. He's like, nah, I'm gonna just celebrate. And he's like, nah, I'm not gonna interrupt what Triple H is doing. He can do that himself. I'm just gonna make my own celebration and, all that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, you were saying that compared from last segment to here. I thought that was the third part of this. My mistake.
Yeah, sorry.
No, no, no. It's my
No, no, no.
I misheard.
Yeah, it's in 2 parts, not 3.
Okay. So how long does this go?
Let's see. 10 minutes.
All right.
The
So
whole entire thing is 10 minutes.
I'm gonna say 4 and 6 then because it is Triple H.
It is Triple H. Yeah. Let's see. We've had the tag. Okay. I don't want the curtain jerker. I don't want the first match to be Michael Cena. I want that to be more towards the end. And the main event is going to be
So you have Trips and Eddie set. You have
Mhm.
Michael Cena set.
Promo into
yeah.
that. I wanted to continue the cage angle silliness.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do an. Let's see. You had it to where. Let's see. So Christian Cage. We're gonna do another segment because I remember the end of the Cage angle part was Cage saying he was the only one who could take the belt off of Angle,
Mm-hmm.
and Angle's gonna be like, this is, this is what's the third? No. So yeah, this is where Angle's like, I could choose whoever I want for my opponent. Whoever takes it off, that takes off the belt. Something like that. Trying to think how it.
Mm-hmm.
You're not the only one who's gunning for the belt and all that stuff. Which, ooh, Christian Cage. This is also a two-parter because Christian Cage is going to interrupt. And, I know I'm booking this very angle forward in the beginning, but
It's okay.
There's
do it.
Matches.
Yeah, do it however you see fit.
Yeah. Part 2 is, Christian Cage interrupts and, da-da-da. Challenge it to a match later. It'd be like, I'm challenging you to a match right now. So immediately after this is going to be Angle Cage for the belt. Just right then and there.
Okay.
Because sometimes you gotta have those surprises. No. With no prep, I'm gonna fight your ass. Because sometimes spontaneous matches happen.
Yeah. All right. How long does this go?
So this segment's gonna be like 4 minutes.
All right. So 2 and 2.
Yeah, 2 and 2 between the two. Because the way it was worded from, the last person's booking, this is something where like Christian Cage is chomping at the bit
I need to get off my.
to get his hands on Kurt Angle.
Yeah. U.S. title on the line. How long does this go?
We'll make this go 12 minutes so that.
Mhm.
And Angle wins.
Okay. Clean, or is there bullshit involved?
Uh, is Angle face or heel?
Angle is heel, and Christian is also heel.
Oh, this is a heel versus heel angle. Okay. Oh, this is it. Oh, we're okay. We can. So who was Angle in the match with last week?
Kevin Steen. Otherwise known nowadays as Kevin Owens.
Yeah, I was like, okay, it's Steen. What is Steen? Is Steen a face or a heel?
Thankfully, he is face.
Okay. Yeah, DQ, no matter what, would still give the title back to Angle,
Yes.
no matter what. So Kevin Steen's gonna run interference and attack Christian Cage because, if I recall correctly, Christian Cage attacked him.
Yes. So Christian wins by DQ, courtesy of Kevin Steen interference.
Yes, that actually, because it's a heel versus heel, and we're just gonna. I was like, it's weird. It's weird.
It's okay.
It's let's see. All right, so 87 more minutes.
You booked a corner on
Okay,
the
yeah,
show.
yeah. Yeah, I've got about 87 more minutes minimum. I definitely need to book another match and have it be a longer length than this.
Depends how you look at it.
Well, I need to book more match.
Yeah.
I need to make the balance a little better on the matches. I already know how I want to book the Eddie Triple H main event. But I want to see how many minutes I'm gonna have left.
You could always
Unless I want it.
book it now and then
book it now. Book it now and book that now.
So the World Heavyweight title, Trips and Eddie.
Uh-huh.
Any stip or just one-on-one?
One-on-one.
Okay. How long does this go?
We're gonna make this go 20 minutes.
Okay. Who wins?
Eddie in a Eddie Guerrero finish, because it would be definitely one of those things that'd be like, no, Triple H, I'm booking this to where Eddie's gonna continue, like, this, and see if they catch this in some degree from how I booked it, that Eddie's continuing to getting under Triple H's skin because of how he's winning.
Okay. I'm actually gonna look.
I want to see if maybe this may end up going that way. A little hook to see if this continues from where I would like it to be.
I'm checking this for match aims to see what ones to recommend, if any. Just for reference sake.
Just to see if I can make this a little bit spicier.
Yeah. So you could probably do of the ones that are there. Of the ones that are there. Wild Brawl you could do, but there's a maximum time on that, which is 15 minutes. Otherwise you lose the crowd's interest. That would work. Storytelling's obvious.
Storytelling is the one I want it to be storytelling.
Okay. That is fine.
Because I want it to be storytelling because there is some degree of a story. I want to see if this ends up happening.
Mm-hmm.
And that's definitely the main event. Might as well book the Michael Cena match too and that's going to be before then. I just need to figure out what I kind of put. I definitely want to make sure there's a few things padding these two out.
Of course, of course.
And this goes 15 minutes.
Okay.
We don't want it to be longer than the main event.
I imagine Cena wins because it's the promise.
Yeah, it is the promise.
Okay. Keep Sean strong to be safe. Open, clean.
Clean. Yeah.
Okay.
This is just where it's right on the edge of where Cena would start winning, being a little bit more face, a lot more clean, unless somehow Cena is still a heel right now.
No, he's face.
Yeah. Then Cena wins cleanly.
Okay.
Trying to think if there's any extra element I want to add to this. Scroll up a little bit. Scroll up because I didn't quite see some.
These are just the different finishes you can do.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Wanted to. I don't think Cena has the STF at this point, but a submission finish would be interesting.
You could add it.
Yeah, because we know at some point Cena has the STF.
So, in real life, he would get it a year later because it's in his feud with Kurt Angle in 05 that he gets it.
Yeah, we're just gonna do it a little earlier. The timey-wimey shenanigans. This is fictional. We have a Canadian in charge of Team USA. Yeah. Giving Cena the STF like a year earlier is not that.
All right, then he can win with the STFU.
Yeah, he can win with the STFU. Win by submission. Make this a little more interesting.
Do I have one for Cena? I don't. Damn. Still put one on though. So if this does work, it'll make the match rating better. I'm just gonna do it on both Cena, Sean, and Trips Eddie because I think Eddie also has one, just to get these used up. Oh, is Eddie's might be a angle idea, not a creative finish. That's fine. I'll go look real quick. No, this is a character idea. That's okay, so I can't fucking use it anyway. Cool. Okay.
Yeah, just make sure that Trips and Eddie are the main event.
Yeah, I'll reorder. Once everything is booked,
you can reorder. Okay.
Yeah, everything can be reordered. Okay. It's not locked in place.
Okay, since we did get a suggestion from Taker to do an angle with AJ Styles, I'm going to take that opportunity and do it.
Okay, so I'm going to have to set it up like this real quick. I have to do this so I can actually use the functionality of this fucking angle.
Yeah.
See here, like, storyline victories. You have to actually have a storyline to be able to do this.
Yeah.
So I had to make one just for a moment. So Styles gets a win over Taker. I can't protect him in this, but you don't really lose popularity from angles. So what's happening here with Taker and Styles?
To make it so the angle happens, Undertaker's trying to recruit AJ Styles into the stable.
Okay.
And, AJ Styles is going to refuse. And that starts the angle, and we see where that pushes off from there. And this is 2004 Taker. Mind games are very much in effect.
Yeah.
Probably some of the it was probably some of my more favorite segments that weren't matches, was just seeing what mind game is Taker gonna do next, because I was starting to get deep into some of the shit they were doing for that.
I mean, this was around the time of the concrete crypt bullshit.
Yeah.
Was it him versus the Dudley Boys in a handicap match where Paul Bearer would be buried inside a cement crypt because they had to get rid of Paul Bearer.
Oh yeah. It's like the best part of it is like, nah, Taker still wanted him gone. He just wanted to do it by his own hand.
Yeah.
He wasn't gonna lose the match just to get what he wanted.
Okay, how long does this go?
Uh,
Actually, I'm gonna remove.
let's go five. Let's 5 minutes. It's already set to five. I like it to be five.
Okay. In that case, I will keep this so we actually use the promise, but we'll see if anyone does pick this up.
I hope the next person does. Okay. I'm at 74. But I've pretty much got all the things I really wanted to get done taken care of.
Which just means you have about 45 minutes of fuck around, find out.
Oh yeah, 45 minutes of well, now this is going to be some degree scuff and flying by the seat of my pants.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see who is around that could still be usable for something.
You can book people off the or that were on the B show on the A show. It's not like they get turned off.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I know. It's just I want to utilize a few more people.
That's fair.
Just seeing. Oh, besides, I have already have used something that who was on the B show for the A show, Triple H and Eddie.
That's true.
But I'm like, oh, I see Jericho's name, and I'm like, you know what? Is Jericho a heel?
Yes.
I want I want a promo that is that is 4 minutes of Jericho just inflating his own ego.
That is fine, yeah. Well, I'll put the rest of JAS back there as well.
Yeah, you might as well
Get them on screen.
get the groupies on screen. It will help them, right?
It probably will because it gets them on TV, so it'll at least boost their popularity somewhat. And they're getting popularity by association from being with Jericho.
Who is a star, unless he got higher or lower than that.
He is still a star.
Okay. I see that, and I'm like, no, we need a couple minutes of Jericho inflating his ego.
Alright, cool.
Just because I fucking feel like it.
Fair. Hey, to be fair, one of the earlier shows did say the same thing you did of the show starts with Triple H cutting a promo. The only difference is it went for 12 minutes. And
Well, that's a little long.
Sorry. And I believe the very first show had Chris Jericho do a 15-minute promo. So, you know.
And actually, speaking of, I want I want to make the Eddie Triple H segment a little longer.
Okay.
Because how many minutes did I give for each of them? 4 and
4 and 6.
Make Eddie's longer by a minute. I just want Eddie's to be a little longer.
Okay.
Because I want Eddie a little bit more time.
Okay.
Before Triple H comes and ruins it all.
Yeah, of course, of course.
38 minutes. Okay.
And you're currently at nice.
Yes. It's a nice percentage. So I don't want to book too many more things, so I'm probably going to elongate some of this stuff. To be fair, like I said, I don't want to book too much more.
That's fine.
Let's see. I have actually used most of my major stars too.
With two glaring exceptions.
With two glaring exceptions, yeah, Kevin Nash and Sting. And yeah, I do. I should probably put Kevin Nash and Sting in something. Uh, let's put yeah, let's put them in a match. Might as well. They're the last two major stars, and I haven't had them do anything.
Is this a one-on-one or?
Uh, you know what? Make it a triple threat with throwing RVD in there too. Why the fuck not?
Sure.
This is one of those I'm starting to phone it in.
Rob
But
Van
I'm
Dam,
still trying to
Kevin
utilize what I
Nash,
have.
Sting. All right, how long does this go?
12 minutes. Ooh, now who do I have win?
Who do you have win? Who do you have take the pin?
Yeah, that's the thing. Who do I have win? Who do I have take the pin? Kevin Nash is gonna eat the pin.
Okay. That quick, I see.
Yeah, looking at it, I'm like, who do I want the most? It does like, let's have RVD win.
Okay. I'll be keeping both Nash and Sting strong then for sake of popularity, but
yeah.
I open.
I wanna boost RVD up. This is a kind of to boost. See if I can boost RVD up a bit.
I imagine this is a clean win.
Yeah, this is yeah.
Okay. Nash is still unhappy. Sucks to be you. You're being kept strong. That's good enough.
Sucks to be you, Kevin Nash. I'm not having Sting eat a pin.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, 91 minutes. About 30 more to go.
Yeah. Alrighty. Thinking. I'm sorry, Nash, but you. This is the point where you should not be booked that much winning,
No,
Mr.
It makes sense.
Let's see. Let's see. Who's women's champion right now?
Awesome Kong.
Non-title Awesome Kong Lita.
Okay. How long?
10 minutes. This is something that deserves a little bit more respect.
Who wins?
Lita.
Okay. Open match.
I had to think if I really wanted to do that one.
Clean or is there bullshit involved?
There is going to be a little bit of bullshit involved.
Okay. Is it count out DQ bullshit or is it like she gets a pin or submission bullshit?
Ooh. Count out.
Okay.
All right, and then the rest of these minutes, I'm going to expand a little bit more on some of these matches. Yeah, I just want to expand on some of these matches' time length.
Sure thing.
Since I have a minimum 12 minutes, and I think I want to make this go because I don't want to add any more because this is already 10 segments.
I will say, I think the longest we've had segment-wise has gone close to 30.
What the fuck booking is this shit?
That is what happens when you put on a lot of short angles to try to get a lot of people on the card and keep your matches shorter, but also still long enough to avoid the penalty. Like,
okay,
different booking philosophies.
So we're gonna go with what? Okay, we're gonna start with our main event, Triple H and Eddie. I set it for 20 minutes initially. We're gonna make that 23.
Okay.
Make it a little longer. Yeah, we're gonna just let's see. Cena, Shawn Michaels is gonna go add 3 more minutes to that.
Mm-hmm.
Christian Cage, Kurt Angle is gonna have another 3 minutes added to that. Let's see. So that way it's a little longer in length here and there. The Chris Jericho inflating his own ego segment can go to 6 minutes. And Triple H's the second round of Triple H's Bitch Fest can go to 8.
All right. So I'm going to move that up. You have to do 2 more match aims.
So 2 more match. What? Oh, the special things added in. Focuses. Christian Cage and Kurt Angles could also be a bit more storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is a continuation of what something is going on.
That's fine.
Cena Michaels, I can't. Cena Michaels would be more. If there's a way to make it so it's kind of like end of feud sort of things, end of kind of thing.
Unfortunately, I can't do that with match aims.
Okay, with match aims, let's see. Let me see the match aims for that. See what I can do for Cena. Steal the show.
Sure thing.
I want that to steal the show. We know that later on, eventually, these guys have.
Oh, okay. So, hold on. So, steal the show will. This is the first time this has actually popped up. I think steal the show tends to drain workers' stamina more because it adds all-out match, which basically just tells them put on the best fucking match you could possibly do. Cena's stamina, as of right now, wow, an 82. So it drops it by. Wow. Fucking stamina of an 82 and he can't go. I guess because he's going like 18, so it'd probably be. If you set it back to 15. Yeah. If you do steal the show, you're probably setting it back to 15 minutes. Otherwise, he's not able to go that long because he's less experienced than Shawn.
Okay. All right. If that's what needs to be done to make it so this steals the show.
Mm-hmm.
Because we know in a couple of years' times, those two put on a bunch of clinics that could have been match of the year contenders.
The fucking 40-minute match on Raw pretty much was a match of the year contender had it not been for Meltzer.
Actually, I think it was considered in some fan magazines and stuff. It was the match of the year.
Yeah. Not that it had a lot of competition, because TNA wasn't putting on its best work, and New Japan was definitely recovering from Inokiism, but still.
And, WWE was WWE. Apparently only Cena and Michaels were the only thing that was putting out anything consistency, and yet Meltzer didn't give any of those a 5-star match.
Nah.
Of course not.
No, of course not. So you have 3 more minutes to put up, or no, 2 minutes to put up. Excuse me.
Minimum.
Yep.
Let's give Lita and Awesome Kong a little bit more of an extension. 2 women wrestlers of the calibers that I know that they are.
Mm-hmm.
We can give them a little bit more time.
Okay. All right. How are you ordering? How are you ordering this then?
So second to last match is Cena Michaels, because they deserve to be up that.
Okay.
It might steal the thunder of Triple H Eddie Guerrero. I know I'm risking that. Then the Trish Jericho ego inflation segment before Cena Shawn.
Okay.
Actually, no. Put the Jericho inflation segment between the last 2 matches, because the crowd's gonna need a little bit of a cool down. Actually,
makes sense.
Then switch the triple threat and the women's match. And then put the Undertaker segment after the triple threat.
Okay, so this should just be it bitching about, the 2 people who are unhappy. So otherwise, you're all set to run if you want to.
Thinking if that's the order I want to do it. Yeah, this is the order I want it.
Okay, let's run the show. This got an 85. I mean, good fucking segment.
Yeah.
84.
All right. Ooh. Okay.
78 on the match.
Yeah. Okay, and the momentum went from hot to white hot, so that's really...
Yeah, the only thing that penalized it, because it was storytelling, Christian was holding back a bit because it was about the story. Angle wasn't, because he has a tag called Dynamo, which just means it doesn't matter what match you put him in, he's going to put his best out regardless. And it gets penalized for it being heel versus heel.
Yeah, but sometimes you could do a good heel versus heel feud.
68.
That's to be expected.
77.
Okay.
74.
All right. And a bonus that the performance of The Undertaker was pretty good.
Yeah, this pretty much usually what this means is just they have such higher popularity than the other person that it'll just indicate their performance was really good because they outclassed the other person just based on the fact of popularity difference.
Yeah.
79.
Oh dear. Well, I can see partially why.
Cena was really off his game.
It got the crowd buzzing, but still.
Yeah, Cena was off his game, penalized for stamina, and also they were both face-face. So
yeah,
it's fine
but
though.
This is just fulfilling something that I'm like, well,
71.
Okay.
77 on the main.
Okay. All right.
Because of
I booked 2 pretty decent shows.
I would fucking say so, yeah. What? I've never seen this before. There was a noticeable pop from the crowd when Eddie came out.
I mean, think about what was going on at the time in IRL 2004.
No, I know. Wait a minute. Oh my god, that could be the trigger for... Shit, I'm gonna have to check his attributes after this. This got a 79. I should have screenshotted that, because then I would have been able to post it. Fucking...
When you go through the video again, you can screenshot it again. You can screenshot it that way.
That's true. Anyhow, this got a 79. Let's get the financials. Up in popularity everywhere but the US, because you have to be 5 points above. And considering the 75s, that's what locks it out. But it gained popularity everywhere else, which is pretty fucking good. Some regions even gained 2 points of popularity from the looks of it.
Yeah. It looks like I did good.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, for a first time TEW player, I would say you did pretty all right. You did pretty solid.
Huh, it's like, first of all, I understood kind of how a flow of a show should go. I've watched local shows and have understood some of the stuff in the background. I've read a couple of wrestlers' books about some of the bullshit that happens in the background sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It's like there was a point where I studied up on this quite a bit and can pull a halfway decent show out my ass, apparently.
Well, hey, solid job. Let's go. I'm gonna go through the emails real quick. Thankfully, no drug testing issues and no worker opinions. Okay, cool. So, with all that said, thank you very much for joining.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be seeing a new booker come on next time around. But for the time being, if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, this is MrLeedles signing off.